Okay, Vernon, it's hard to believe, but it's been a year to the day since you and I sat down and had a conversation
Yes.
about the possibility of the NHL returning to Atlanta for a third time.
Yes.
Think back to a year and now. A lot has changed for you. You've been working really hard to make that a reality. What's been the biggest difference over the last year?
We have. And, well, I think the biggest difference is that we now have the county, Forsyth County, that has given us the go-ahead and the okay on our property, the zoning that we needed to build an arena. Of course, that was, they created a tax allocation district to pay for the bonds needed to build this arena. And I think now the next step is for us to go up to New York and meet with the commissioner of the NHL and show them what we have in place with the county in hopes that they vote for expansion.
What have you learned throughout the last year in this process of trying to bring the NHL back?
Well, we've learned patience.
Yeah.
It's a tough job, and it took the cooperation of our team and the county, and I think we've developed a great rapport with the county, and so I think we're in the home stretch.
There's been a few roadblocks along the way. How would you describe what those are and how you were able to navigate that?
Well, I think the biggest one is convincing, working with the county.
Yeah.
To build the support of of their voter base. I think people indicated early on that they were interested in this endeavor, and I guess just working with the county to get them comfortable with with issuing bonds to support our project.
So you say you're in the home stretch. That's
Yes.
what we're all hoping for, obviously. What exactly do you mean by that?
Well, when I say home stretch, there's certain criteria that we have to meet to apply for an expansion franchise, and that was purchasing land, getting the zoning that we needed. Both of those have been accomplished.
Yep.
And so once we got the county vote, getting definitive documents done, which our lawyers are working on, that we can present to the NHL, and talking with our investors that we've been talking with over the last couple of years, and being able to present what I would call a completed package to the NHL. And so when I say home stretch, I think once the NHL playoffs are over, once the Stanley Cup has been, the finals have been completed, then we'll be ready to go to New York and present our package and make our case to the commissioner that he will then take to the executive committee of the NHL and make our case for a team in Atlanta.
It seems quite obvious that to get a franchise to come here, an expansion franchise, you have to be shovel ready. But for people that don't understand what that means, try to explain that.
Well, I mean, it's almost, the word shovel ready. I mean, they want to see that, we have the land, and we've shown them the land. We've shown them our plans. We've been working with Lamar Wakefield at Nelson, who did the Avalon and did the Battery. We've shown them our site plan, if you will, our entire development, and so they want to know. I think the owners want to know that if we award a franchise, that they're ready to put a shovel in the ground, and we will be ready.
So from the last time that we talked, I don't think it was public yet that there was another ownership group trying to bring the NHL to the Atlanta area. There are now multiple trying to vie for an NHL team to return to this state. Why would yours be the right one?
Well, number one, we have land in a great area, and I think that, and yes, there are other competitors, but they have to meet the same criteria that we meet.
Sure.
They have to own land in an area that's attractive to the NHL. I think that everyone's acknowledged that the reason for failure in the past has been that the arena was located in downtown.
Yeah.
And we're building, and our land is not in the downtown area. So if other competitors have land, we don't know about it at this point. So we think that we're in a good place.
So let's talk a little bit more about the gathering
Okay.
at South Forsyth, because a lot of people are curious about the location and what it may look like. So tell me what you're passionate about in terms of where it is and what it will look like when you guys put a shovel in the ground.
Well, what we have approved with the county is that we, the arena will be the centerpiece of the development. Mm-hmm. So I tell people that it'll be like the Avalon on steroids, so we'll have shops, restaurants, residential units, office buildings. It'll be a live, work, and play place that we think will attract a lot of, I think a lot of people will want to come to our venue.
There's never been a more exciting time to talk about hockey in this country. You saw the Four Nations tournament and the way that it exploded. It's probably the smartest thing that the NHL's done in a really long time, but just given the magnitude of the conversation around hockey right now, how exciting is that for you to even just try to bring a team back?
Well, I think we're at the right place at the right time. There's a lot of excitement on the north side of Atlanta, and we just sponsored a junior hockey team to go to Canada, and my wife and I went up and watched them play, and there is just a tremendous amount of excitement about hockey, and our research shows that there's a need for a hockey team in this area that would be well supported.
Why did you want to sponsor that junior hockey team? I heard it was pretty fun.
It was great to watch these 12-year-olds from all over the world come and play. And our Atlanta team beat the national team of Spain while we were there. So, but we sponsored that team. We want to build hockey in Georgia. I mean, we want to build it throughout the whole state. So, our plans are to build two community ice rinks. We're working with the county right now on that. That would be available to be used by high school. The high schools in Forsyth County to build hockey programs. Would host junior tournaments and adult tournaments there. So, and if we were fortunate enough to get an NHL team, it would be our practice facility for the NHL team. And
how much do you believe that growing youth hockey from the ground up around this franchise is important?
That's critical. I think it's the key to our success.
Okay, last question for you. I know last year I asked you this, and you felt like you were pretty confident that you were going to get a hockey team. Are you still very confident?
Yes, very confident. Our team wouldn't be working this hard if we didn't believe that was a real possibility.